Well, this month marks 70 years since the milestone Supreme Court decision in Brown v. Board of Education. That's the ruling that found separating public schools on the basis of race was unconstitutional. Now, you might not realize it, but it was 5 segregation lawsuits that were bundled together in that case, and that lawsuit could have had a different name. Picks up Corrado has a story from Teaneck.
Teaneck resident Nathaniel Briggs believes that amending the name of the landmark case will ensure that history does not forget his parents or their quest for school equality.
If I don't tell the story and others in South Carolina like me or not telling the story, then they may never get out 70 years later.
The 1954 case of Brown versus Board of Education is one of the most well-known in Supreme Court history, ruling that public school separation based on race is unconstitutional. But Nathaniel Briggs says most Americans only know a fraction of the story.
You just can't have an education system in America talk about the greatest thing that ever happened, the equalize education. Half the country, 90% of the country don't even know about the other cases.
His parents, Harry and Eliza Briggs, were the lead plaintiffs in Briggs versus Elliott, a 1951 case out of South Carolina that was the first to challenge school segregation. It was eventually combined with 4 other cases from around the country under the name Brown versus Board of Education. Briggs wants the Supreme Court to formally change the case name to the Education of the 5.
The American public only know about Brown. It has to be more than just Brown. All 5 cases are on the same level. Brown is not high, even not a subcase of Brown.
Briggs says his parents faced severe retaliation for their lawsuit. They lost their jobs and were forced to move out of state.
We got on the Greyhound bus, traveling like vagabonds to Miami looking for work.
He says he and others petitioned the Supreme Court last year for a name change, but were unsuccessful. He says he will continue to file requests and work to give all 5 cases the recognition they deserve.
Never too late to correct the wrong. And that's what we're trying to do. That's what I'm committed to.
And it is a coincidence, but a very fitting one, that Teaneck was the first.
Wrong. And that's what we're trying to do. That's what I'm committed to.
And it is a coincidence, but a very fitting one, that Teaneck was the first community in the country to voluntarily.
Trying to do. That's what I'm committed to.
And it is a coincidence, but a very fitting one, that Teaneck was the first community in the country to voluntarily desegregate its schools. Reporting in Teaneck, New Jersey, I'm Corrado, Pix 11 News.
Well, a popular fixture in northern Queens will soon